Good morning, Stampers. This is Becky Hahn at Becky's Stamping Studio in Davenport, Iowa. I'm back. You know, life sometimes comes crashing in and things get a little crazy, and I apologize that I haven't been on for the last 2 Fridays. No guarantees it won't happen again. But I am back. I have things to share, and I love sharing with you. Again, you can find my directions and supplies and can order from my website, which is beckystampingstudio.blogspot.com. And it's now April. I've missed a week. And this is my April host code should you find something that you would like to order today. So today we are doing a fold and a little bit of a tutorial. How to use the Flowering Boots, Rain Boots stamp set. It's a really neat set, and my gals love this black and white version. But I'm going to do another version with you today, so you'll have a couple other ideas. I call this a modified cut-apart card. Okay? The reason I call it a modified cut-apart card is I have done regular cut-apart cards. Haven't done one for a while, and I haven't done a video. So I guess I need to do that. I went back through my archives. One of my favorites I must have sent. But here's an actual cut-apart card. I think I got this originally from Julie Davison. What it is you actually cut the card apart in 3 pieces, well 2, of equal distance. And you take the center piece and flip it. You cut it apart and you put it back together. So when you put it back together, it kind of creates an H or an I, and you have enough space to stamp something here in the middle. So I call this modified because it looks very similar, but it's not. It's different. So like I said, we'll have to come back and visit this one. These are all retired items. I do apologize. So yeah, it's just a fun, easy way to use up 2 sides of the same paper and what have you. So this is the actual cut apart card. And then this is the version I'm going to show you today using the Flowering Rain Boots. And it cuts opens. And so you don't really see the H or the I version. And this uses on my blog. This uses the Pattern Party Host Paper Pack. Awesome, awesome pack. I believe it's still available. I just love it because the colors are bright, and on the other side are all these black and white options. So let's get started. Here's what you're going to need to make this modified cut-apart card. I started, and I'll show you how I'm going to change this up. I started with a full sheet of 8.5 by 11, cut it in half. But what you're really going to need is a piece that's 4 1/4, which is this width, but a little shorter at 10 inches. So what I did, and I had to mess with this until I got it to be the length that I wanted. I just come in here and remove 1 inch. Because that's what I have here missing in the middle. Why is it only 1 inch where the other one's so wide? This die cut balance, I guess, you could make it any width you want. So we're going to remove that. And I almost forgot to give you the scoring dimensions. You're going to score at each end at 2 1/4 inches. So once you remove that 1 inch, let's get this out of the way. We're going to score this end, and then we're going to flip it around. The color I'm using is listed here. It's Mango Melody. I'm using the Flowering Fields designer paper because I know it's going to be around for a while. It works with the tulips. How many of us have thought to use the tulip paper with the rain boots? I hadn't. So we're going to score those 2 ends. This is really fast to put together once you get it all together. Okay, so that's what it looks like. And I suppose you could try it this way. See, I always figure out something while I'm sitting here. You will need a piece of basic white, and we might as well just go ahead and put that inside. 4 by 5 1/4. So we'll place that in here, like so. You're also going to need up here a piece of mango or coordinating or whatever you want to do for your die here for your layer. That's 2 3/4 by 4. And then that's cut from a die from the scalloped contour dies, which I placed down here. These thankfully are carrying over. So if you don't have them, I use them a lot. They're really, really nice. And they coordinate with the color and contour stamp set, which is why you have a couple flowers over here. So I've cut that out. And then you have to hand cut, or at least I do, a piece of white to go inside the stitching. And that works out to be 2 by 3 3¼ So you can see that. And then you need 2 pieces of designer paper that's only 2 by 4. So I frequently cut my 12 by 12 into 4-inch strips, so it's really easy to come up with just 2 strips, 2-inch strips. Now, let's get this much put together, and then I'll tell you what you're going to need from your stamp set. So let's go ahead and put these 2 pieces here. And of course, it's directional. So you want to make sure you don't get your tulips on upside down. Like so. Okay. So the flowering rain boot set is really, really nice. It is in our current January to June mini catalog and is not carrying over into the big catalog, the next annual catalog. So you'll need to get it now before the end of June. I love it. It has these fun rain boots, which I actually haven't used yet, and it's awesome. Cut out from our Simply Marvelous celebration paper. I need to stamp the actual boots in either the pink or the red or Poppy Parade, or maybe even our new Sweet Sorbet. That's a neat color too. Okay, so you have tulips and stems and daisies and pots and a little seed packet, a watering can, and some boots. And then this is all coordinated with dies, which is awesome to cut out things. And you get a little extra bonus piece, which I call this a trellis. I'll show you a sample I've used that on, and a little trowel. It's not really a trowel. I don't garden, so I'm got a black thumb. So anyway, so these are the pieces, the stamp set I'm working on. So what you're going to need for your card, I stamped tulips in Mango Melody and cut those out with a coordinating die. And then there's leaves or stems, okay, that this goes on. And I did mine in soft succulent because soft succulent is one of the colors in the paper. You could use evening evergreen. I love using our designer paper because it tells me what to use, okay? And then the cool pot. This is actually basic gray for this one. And you are going to need 2 because there's one for the outside of the card and one for the inside. All right? So let's put this together. I'm going to go ahead and put my little piece here on top. Then here's the cool thing. I have not seen too many cards unless you're making an arrangement of tulips across the bottom where they've left all these together. What you'll want to do is grab your paper snips and snip off the last 2 flowers. This is my tip. So you have a set of 2 and a set of 5. And there's an awesome place. You can see right where you need to cut because they're even staggered. So cut in between. All right. And if you feel like you need to do a little trimming to make it all match, you can do that. And then I'm going to, and I apologize, I'm going to switch to my favorite adhesive, which is my Dotto. And I'm going to put a little adhesive at the bottom of the stems. And you're going to place it in the pot. Now you can arrange this on your card if you'd like. I guess maybe that would be a good way to go. Why does it look crooked? Because it is. Well, I'm following the bottom of the pot, or the rim of the pot. Okay, so I really need my silicone mat, which I forgot. The thing I think perhaps why I put it together on my silicone mat is it gets kind of tall here. Okay. Let's see. Did I leave? No, I really didn't leave too much more. Oh, but I also popped it up on Pop Dots. So that's a possibility. Not this time. Okay. So we'll put this on the stems. There is one for each stem. Okay. So that part is actually completed. So in order to put this on our card, I like to take, this is a Becky thing. Now, you might have a stamp that's small enough that you could stamp in there. That's fine. If you want to leave room for it, that's great. You could center it. I do kind of like it offset. And so what I do is I kind of mark which scallop that cut edge is going to be on, and then a little pencil mark where the outside edges are. And I'm going to put some adhesive between the pencil marks on this. If you ever had a tough time figuring out where to put things, and then this is at the top of my tulips here. And so then I just come in. There's my little mark. Go in between here, make sure it's straight. That's why the scallops kind of help go across and adhere it there. I usually use a mechanical pencil with a white eraser. The school eraser will work also. Okay. So then inside, we've still got a plant, which is awesome. Now it looks like I got a little carried away with the die. I love our new dies because they cut so close, but sometimes I am so looking forward to our new magnetic plate. I've been without one for so long. Okay, the tricky thing then here is to put the plot so that the flowers won't show. Can you see how I'm doing that? And I'll show you what I mean in a minute. And I don't like this angled tulip real badly in my pot, so I kind of trim a bit off and put it in here. Now this one I did not pop up on the inside because it needs to close. I got a little something hanging there. And then we put that inside. And what I like about this dado is it rubs off. It's okay. And you could stamp a sentiment in here or write your message. Let's make sure it misses, and it does. And there's your completed card. Now, as you know, I have an issue with cards that bounce up and down. And so I again want to show you these Velcro dots that I get at the, someone said that a couple of the craft places now carry these. These are clear, they're small. I put the two parts together and I put it near the bottom so I don't get it on the inside. Yep. Hang on here. And then you close. Now my group is called the Glitter Gal Gang, and so we have to add a little bling or something. Sometimes I call it the wow or dimension. The card already has some dimension. So I wanted to share with you a couple of options, and I haven't honestly decided which I'm going to use. First of all, we have in color jewels. These are retiring, but these colors are carrying over. So that might be something to have in your collection. And and the pale papaya works as with so many of our jewels. One color jewel can go with a lot of other things. So I have the pale papaya jewels from that I could use. All right. Here's another jewel I stocked up on, and the reason I do is because I still like them. These are called Genial Gems, and they come in like a mint, or it could be soft sea foam. I mean, it's a soft succulent. It can go with anything. And then you have a yellow. And it's got glitter in it. 2 sizes, 2 colors. That would work. I think that's a little pale. Okay, but that is a possibility. Those 2 are on the clearance rack, and you can get them at a discount. The other one I'm thinking I might be able to use, see, you can see I've got new packages, is the holiday rhinestones. I don't know why they're discontinuing these, because all these colors are still available. This is truly pumpkin pie, cherry cobbler, shaded spruce, coastal cabana, and navy. All right, and I use a lot of the of the pumpkin pie. I think I'm going to use these. And there's 3 sizes, really minute. You've got a lot of little ones. You've got 2, actually 4, 2 rows of a medium and 4 large. Love them, love them. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to use those. And remember, you want to work with odd numbers. And so I kind of like where I put them on this one. And these are the little red rhinestones, which are carrying over. So if you like that color combination, I usually try to fill in or add where there's too much white space. And remember, we like to use odd numbers. Okay, let's see. And you can put yours. You notice I'm not following my pattern map, whatever, my other one. So there's the retiring holiday rhinestones and pumpkin pie, and my card is done. So you have 2 different looks, same card, a modified cut apart card. Well, let me show you a couple of other things. I have done this also, and I did it with my ladies at Garner with the color and is this color and contour? Yes, it is, I think. Stamp set and the pansy paper in the gingham. And I don't think I have anything inside. No. But since it's been together for a long time, and then added a bow, and these are some of those in color rhinestones, and I added 3 because the bow is down here. So that's another version of this modified card. Then to show you a couple things done with the flowering rain boots. Here's one I did. Split the pots apart, bright colors. I love this. This is Magenta Madness that is retiring. And we have some awesome little acrylic epoxy dots, I think is what they're called, in clear and silver that make some wonderful little raindrops. And I've added some designer paper. So that's one card. One of my club gals who wanted me to use this said, but I don't want the boots. Everybody's showing boots. If you show just the flowers and the watering can and what have you, then we can use it all through the summer. I don't know why rain boots. It rains all summer here. This is the trellis, and I've used 3 shades of the purples, and I've used our gingham embossing folder. Cut apart. That's how I first discovered I wanted to cut apart the tulip stems. And of course, our darling little brushed brass butterflies that we'll be carrying over. So that's one. And then kind of pièce de résistance. Somebody had done, and I can't take full credit for it, I modified it. The background is in good taste. Oh, I could have added some Wink of Stella. I have it here. Here's a pot. Here's a split pot. And most of the seed packet is from the rain boots. The rest of it is from the welcoming window, the shelf, the little pots. I've added some little retired pearls. The trowel is actually from the Home and Garden bundle. The pot, the picture is from the welcoming home. And then this is what I placed inside, another one of those neat little flower pots. And the best wishes, happy birthday. We actually did this in class and the girls loved it. A little more fussy stuff. I was cutting out all the pieces and they were playing around with it to put it together the way they wanted to put it together. So, modified cut apart card for today. So you have a little bit of a tip on how to use the tulips in a cut apart version. And I've hoped you've enjoyed today's video, and stay tuned. I'll have to do one from the regular cut apart card as well. Thanks for joining me. Have a happy Easter weekend. Bye.